We are back with Season, A Letter to the Future. I'm not going to waste much time. Let's just get right into it. Hello there. Hello, Potions. Hello. Let me just... There we go. That's right, I got a bunch of shit. I thought I might change the season by changing the landscape. Cut these down like trees, but that's not how a season changes.
This person wanted the season to change. Why? When a season turns, the reasons behind things might disappear. But the engine may survive. The power is not lost. It's just buried a little. Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth. They wanted the season to change because they were so alone.
I really love the vibe of this game. It's very, very beautiful, but also probably like very tragic. A bike around in the foliage to see if there's anything. Hmm.
They used the walls like I use my journal. One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live with. I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep. They kept themselves company with music.
That was pretty.
I was a kid, I heard voices talking inside the sound of rain. I still listen for it, even though I know it's not there. Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
I met a driver from a group that's building a community. I'm leaving with him. Goodbye to this lonesome place. Goodbye to this lonesome season.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Loading.
Let's set the scene for the listener. Whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it, but as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you, and others to come, will someday take the time to make sense of it all. I heard, somebody told me, you want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season, for the future? And you want to understand why and how the season is going to end. The season of my youth is long gone, but I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended. First, I got old. That's an important step. Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events. The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown, look serious, and say something like, "It begins." Never say, "I don't know." Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty." I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship, a short-lived but glorious watery republics, floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy. He struggled against waste and entropy. It was a never-ending puzzle of inputs and outputs. The waste of one system could be the source material for another. It was stressful work. I remember one time asking him what the trouble was. He said, I'm trying to create a system that is more efficient than the human body, which had millions of years to evolve and still has vestigial organs and dies if it doesn't have water for 3 days. His name was Mirrit Kale. I
Now
love
she
the
says some
way
shit
the
like
ship
Elon
would
Musk.
tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too. Wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and there were 2 dance halls. A large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth. Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess. Yes, the start of the war was a turning of seasons, and we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds. She saw the meaning of things shifting. It disturbed her greatly. He saw war as a process of turning life, resources, energy, the potential energy in every human soul into waste. Turning human eyes and hands that could paint a landscape into a field of ashes. Are you sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on.
Yes, please.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days. We realized she caught...
Didn't mean to skip that fast, my bad.
Well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness. Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time. But with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village. But I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. At night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, It was over. But that night, as I
I
was
didn't mean...
falling asleep,
I keep fucking skipping too fast. I'm sorry, y'all.
I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
Pretty. That was very beautiful.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Stay right the fuck there. Interesting.
This valley is asking people for a visit. I should oblige it.
Is this momentum based? Yeah. I love that. That's right, girl. Pedal to the metal. Push. There we go. Tang Valley Dam. A gift from the Prismatic Grounds. The Electric Peace Project, year of
I
515.
never used this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it.
Pink bike. Ooh.
I've heard sounds that can heal the mind. It feels like this noise would do the opposite.
Oh, another person.
Oh. One second.
The elder said that people were exhausted by symbols after the war. But here are a few hanging.
Damn it.
Is that a strotophob? Yeah, what are they called? What is it? I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke. Not that interesting of a story, I guess. What are you doing here? The whole thing, huh? You're young. You got time. What kind of stuff are you recording? That's the way to do it, if you ask me. If anyone asked me, I mean, the valley would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
The elder warned me about valleys. She said they were dangerous. I feel a dulcet tension in the air. I enter to see the moment between seasons. I'm not the first to do this, just the first in a long time.
Hey. This was like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys? I've been pretty bored here. You know, the valley's gonna be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart. A couple of days from now. Day 0, we call it. Greyhounds. We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings. We're new. We'll do anything to make the future better than the present. No big deal. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well, anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week, and I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a new element or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So, I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gonna try something here. Dang it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea.
Bro is
Go on
weird.
and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley. I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to. And he gave me a map. The assembly point seemed like a good place to start. I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley.
Stranger encounter. Sorry for my lack of talking. This game is very atmospheric and I'm enjoying it. It's a very beautiful game. Ooh. See, I like this game, bro. Look at this beautiful. God, this is pretty.
I am probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign. All above will remain. All below will wash away. The elder told me there's very little information about the years before 500. I wonder what the flowers have to say.
of sleep. I've been gathering harpy, and I've been gathering courage. If my big prayer is wrong, if it goes against divine will, please spare the people of this valley. We're so desperate for peace.
Memory told over and over again. These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
The people here are so weak.
I heard gunshots last night.
That was us. What is that?
Look at the pond, the water.
What is that pattern?
Should we run or something?
Something frightening happened in this memory. But what was it? This flower has a shimmering quality.
Hungry eyes and empty stomachs.
The people here are so...
Oh, I put that the wrong place. Good
The
job.
green space.
Good job,
I
Arcoin.
feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
Can I fix this? Okay. There we go.
The people here are...
God of sleep.
can't imagine fishing and actually catching a fish. Too scary.
It's not that bad. Push. Uh-oh. That can't be good. I can't stop at every little thing. I gotta... Assembly point. Oh, hey, projector.
They say they're going to build the next season. How? There must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards.
Now it's just two hands. Unless I missed that part. I hope I didn't. Nope, I didn't. We're good. Woo!
Grey Hands want to end this season.
Potato chips and water. This sounds like a good day. I love this game. What a cool little game.
Grey Hands are the future and all its uncertainty. The good and the bad. The hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming.
Wait, get back here. You're supposed to... a bunch of little hats. Put it right under there. Hell yeah. Mr. Truckman. There we go. So he's synonymous with the beep beep. Awesome sauce. Alright, where is my motherfucking bike? There it is.
The Grey Hands seem to care what people think about them. The Elder also said low places are dangerous. The city is high up like it's hard to imagine something new, a new way of living. But they're trying. never had to leave so much behind. The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
Hey, cool little statue guy. But first, I want to... You want to take little man? Yes. No, not you. This. Put him right there. Cool little dude. No. Unless I can't go back this way. Okay, never mind. This isn't a path. Alright. I'm just stupid. I don't think I have a lot of time left on the recording, unfortunately.
I should put the voice in the ringing sound. Then you wouldn't need to pick up.
Travel down into the beautiful... Damn it. I hope I got it right. Just in case. There we go. Gonna pull right up to here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end episode 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm loving this game. Like I've said multiple times, I really love the vibe. I love the aesthetic behind it, the art style, the music, the atmosphere that it's trying to create. It's just, I mean, like, look at this and listen. Genuinely, if you're not wearing headphones while watching this, I feel like you should just put in some headphones and just take it in. But anyway, with that being said, that's going to do it for this episode of Season, A Letter to the Future, Episode 2. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.